Right here we are at the semi-final of the World Cup, and you just might be wondering yourself, as I am, when did it actually start? I mean, we just started the World Cup, but hey, here we are, and we have had teams go back home, and we have teams remaining here. Four teams standing in the semi-final. Let's see who is going to be progressing to the finals and who's going to be playing the third place game. I know for a lot of teams, they would love to be in the finals, and all four teams have proved their mettle. They've shown that they're the best four and they have given all they have and then some. Welcome. This is Football Analysis on SEETV. My name is Omola Bakeraji. We do justice to all things happening in the world of football, and as it stands, the biggest football news has got to revolve around the biggest football tournament on planet Earth, the World Cup, of course. Of course, I'm not doing the show alone. You get to see who it is. I am with in a bit, so let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Okay, you can be a part of the conversation. We'd love to hear your thoughts and your reactions and your predictions as well. Okay, which particular team you're sticking with, who is here, who is there. I want to hear all of that, or I want to hear from you on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We are there at CTV Live, and on Instagram and TikTok we are there at CTV Live 1. We're currently live on YouTube, so you can join in the conversation in real time. Okay, we're going on a very short break. When I return, you get to see who it is that is in the studio with me. Stick around to be right back. Welcome back. It is still Football Analysis on CTV. Joining me on the show today, I've got the very own. I don't know if he's still going by that nickname though, since his boys are no longer here. I've got with me Ibrahim Ayobiojo. I call him Easy Baba, but he chooses to call himself Ibrahim Adino. So does the nickname still stand?
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Good morning, Labake. Ibrahimovic here. What's up?
Confusing confusion. Welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. I don't need to ask you how you are. I know you
I'm
were,
good. I'm actually good and
but
not good,
but
but I'm still good. The fact that my boys are out. Ah,
no, that's the
I
thing.
could not pick Ronaldinho's score. It
He
was so
called you.
heartbreaking. It was so
He
heartbreaking.
called you.
I tried calling Neymar, but Neymar was. I just want to be realistic for a bit, but uh, big one to Croatia for doing the can I say the unthinkable, but they know how to grind the results out, and they gave the Samba boys a shocker, and yeah, we were sent back to South Lagos. Here we are, we're back home. Painful though. I almost missed my flight because I wanted to run away out of annoyance, but they had to drag me home. So yeah, we are back here.
I need help,
So
guys. Send help. Well, talking about that, right?
yeah.
Let's start right there from the quarterfinals and Croatia taking on Brazil.
Hmm.
It's very interesting the fact that talking about Brazil, the Brazilian squad, there is a reason why for a lot of people Brazil are or were
Favorites.
a favorite. You
Yeah.
know, the firepower they have, the the sheer quality in that side. Shout out to the Croatians. The last World Cup, they got to the finals.
Yeah,
They
they
were
did.
finalists.
They
They were incredible to get there. Their journey
did.
wasn't easy, but the ground.
One of their important person up top started. Is it Neymar? Is it Casemiro? Thiago Silva? Alisson Becker? Every one of your first team player for this World Cup was one that started. And like you said, the Croatia know how to stifle their opposition. We saw that at the previous World Cup. They run to the final. They played the three consecutive extra time games, and it's looking like they're going to do this same thing. Round of 16, same thing. They frustrated the heck out of the Brazilian team, and if if it wasn't for the brilliance, the individual brilliance of Neymar, they would not have gotten any sort of goal. Just how do I put it? Safe to say that Croatia are the second most stingy team in the Premier League. I think almost
The fact that so Neymar's goal came in
13th.
fifth plus one actually,
Yeah,
and for me, what was the undoing for the Brazilians was the fact that you know it's very important to score goals. It's also very important to be able to defend the lead when you get it. When they did, they've been playing attractive football.
yeah,
We know them for that. That is their style. They don't do boring.
yeah.
They
Don't
do
worry.
the extra.
Swashbuckling
It
kind of
has to be
football.
exciting, and that's
Yeah,
they have given us. What I figured was their undoing was the fact that I think maybe it didn't occur to them that sometimes you keep your beautiful football by the touchline
and
and
if
you come onto the pitch and you defend with everything you've got. They were going and looking for the second goal. They were hit by the counter, cut open 1-2 quick
mm,
passes,
mm,
and Petkovic did what I mean. Allison was stunned. There was no saving that, and they paid for that, didn't they?
yeah, but the rest of their gameplay is not very impressive to me. I won't lie to you. And they're facing Croatia, who has the best midfield trio in the World Cup left. Tell me, between Croatia, Morocco, France, and Argentina, who has the better midfield? The midfield of Marcelo Brozovic, Mateo Kovacic,
Kovacic,
and Luka
Modric.
Modric. And you expect me to call myself Ibrahimovic? Come on, come on.
Okay, and in that news, if you in case you missed it, Croatia won, Brazil won of regular play time, and then went into penalties. Croatia
Mm-hmm.
converted four, with Brazil converting two. So of course, Croatia went ahead in
Yeah.
that particular one.
Kudos to them, actually.
Shout out to them. And in case you also missed that, Tite has stepped down as the manager of the Brazilian side, of which it was agreed I was going to do that anyway
Yeah,
before the World
any
Cup
which ways,
started.
anyway.
So we're waiting to see who's going to be the man that's going to be taking over the mantle.
Yeah, I rejected the call. I didn't want. I'm still trying to get my license. I said I'm only on B license right now. And Labaka is looking at me, some of my people, but she doesn't understand the fact that I am here on SEETV live talking about football and not. She doesn't believe the fact that I have connection with the. I'm joking, my people, but honestly speaking, I feel it was the right thing for him to do, stepping down. We had no reason to continue. We had no business continuing. Same thing I should say about one person that's they're still going to push through the South Gate, but it is what it is. And yeah, uh, Brazil should try and look forward this time around. They should look outdoors all the time. They try to get Brazilian coaches too, and the only way it has paid off is in the Copa America. Well, every other place is just them trying as much as they can. They have the firepower, they have the stars to compete with any other team in the world. In fact, these guys are the best World Cup record. Nobody has come close, and still, it looks like their success at the World Cup is looking
It's almost looking
is
like a thing of
aged.
the past.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's looking old. I can't remember the last time Brazil won the World Cup. So I feel they should try and experiment, expand their horizon, and see if
Just
they
go
can get
outside and
European
say.
coaches that can do something magnificent with the kind of players they have right now. Bar Neymar, but I know he's still going to come back for the next World Cup. Bar Neymar, Thiago Silva, to an extent, probably Fabinho, Casemiro, the rest of the squad are still fresh for the World Cup. So
Vinicius,
Rodrigo, Martinelli,
Martinelli,
these boys
a
are
couple of
young.
those guys.
They're very young.
And
So
they're amazing actually. So
yeah, and Marquinhos is still a young guy. So they should, and Dani Alves as well. My guy is already gone.
you want to
So
see him next?
no, I'm talking about the guys that are leaving the World Cup. So
Uh,
yeah, I hope the Brazilian FA can get it right this time and do the needful.
Okay, let's see if they're going to be going out of their comfort zone, talking about getting perhaps European coach or something.
Yeah.
We'll see how that does shape up. Away from that, we also had Netherlands taking on Argentina. That game came with the drama the way you like it. So if you are the type who likes to indulge in some popcorn and drinks while you're watching a game of football, you just might have choked if you had been watching that particular game because dramatic it was. Argentina went ahead quite early, courtesy of a very, very brilliant pass to Molina. The pass was coming from Lionel Messi. Molina converted. Good one. 1-0, all right? We returned to second half, all right? He ended 1-0 in the first half. Second half started. and there was an infraction of which in the penalty uh, spot in the box, all right,
Yeah,
and then that was a penalty for Argentina.
arguably though.
Yeah, it was a controversial one. And then Lionel Messi converted from the spot. Yeah, he got this penalty. 2-0 it was, and I mean, 75th minute, 73rd minute, we assumed it was game over, but apparently, Weghorst was like he had something to say in this game, and say he absolutely did.
Now, I think my guy converted down to get his 10th World Cup goal. There, when we thought everything was gonna be done, and Weghorst like, no, there's still a part to this game. So, after the game ended, there was so much controversy regarding the reactions from the Argentine players and them saying that they got spiked by what the Netherlands players were actually doing prior to them taking the penalties. And if we want to be realistic, right, football allows for taunting. Sports in general allows for taunting. If you do not taunt your opponents, if you not play mind games, you might feel boring at times. Don't get me wrong. There are some taunting and there are some mind games that have to have boundaries. You don't overstep your boundaries to get yourself unnecessary bookings and everything. So whatever the thing the Netherlands were doing did not warrant any booking, because if or did not warrant any sort of punishment, because if it was deemed punishable, and but
The
more
twice
than twice
actually, twice.
actually, some were claiming that some what's his name? Daily Blind could have gotten himself sent off for a very rash tackle, same as Argentine players. So Enzo Fernandez too could have gotten himself sent off for a very rash tackle as well. But it is what it is. So after the game, there was so much complaints and everything, but as it is, we enjoyed the classic it gave us. 4 good goals, 4 beautiful goals, the drama and everything and all. But all in all, big kudos to Emiliano Martinez for keeping his side in the game via
The
his
penalty,
heroics
yeah.
in the penalty shootouts and all. So on goes Argentina to the next round. The Dutch on their own. They live to fight another day, just like the captain said. Most of them are still have at least one more World
World
Cup
Cup
in
to
them.
go.
All of them, at least. Only
Moroccans gave a good account of themselves. The Atlas Lions are still there. They are still standing. And standing they did. Talk about Yusuf El Nesiri's goal. What a leap.
Mhm,
What a jump.
mhm.
What an header. What a goal.
What
What
a
a moment.
cross, actually.
We need to mention that,
Of course,
absolutely.
by Atala. That the Moroccans have shocked us all. They've shocked everybody else minus me. I expected they they shocked me. I
I'm
was
not
like,
here. You're speaking
they
loud.
shocked me. The only time I know they didn't shock me was the match against Spain, because I was like, yeah, they're going to be Spain. If you are being realistic, you remember I
Yeah,
said they're
yeah.
going to be
No,
Spain.
I'm not. I try to be. To stay. I don't
I
like to sit
told
on his
them
fence. You get it, bro.
I told them that we're going to be Spain. So yeah. So if you want to say we want to start like waxing lyrical about the Moroccans, you would have the whole of today to talk about them. They have been by far the best team in the World Cup. On my own part, if you ask me, by far the best team. Because you tell me one player I want to pick out that has been fantastic for the Moroccans. You have at
Yeah,
least four.
yeah. Because I was about to mention Ziyech, Kamrabat, Enel Siri as well has been so good. Beg your pardon, Akimi, um,
Yasin Bono,
Bono. Oh yeah,
Roman
it's
Size,
been so good.
Roman Size,
Even Kedira, a lot of these guys actually they've come good.
Mazrui.
They've come very good. Right, fair
At
enough.
Ala, the guy with the assist. No, see,
Fair
we are going
enough.
to be literally calling every single one of them.
They're so
These
good.
guys are faced finalists in the last finalists in Croatia. They didn't concede a goal. They beat Belgium 2-0. Didn't concede. Spain didn't concede. Portugal did not concede.
Which is shout out to Bono, absolutely.
Ow,
Shout out to
ow,
Bono.
ow, ow.
Shout out to his defense line. They've been so good. And talking about the fact that okay, the first that's when we saw them against Belgium
Yeah,
2-0. Okay, have someone like a Rafael
sitting on the
sitting
bench.
on the bench, like
That's how
not
much.
starting. Share everything they have.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in that game against the Moroccans, they had 7 forwards
Attackers on
on
the
that
field,
pitch.
yeah, and still nothing came out of it.
They came close a couple of times.
Yeah, João Felix, Cristiano Ronaldo,
Pepe,
Bernardo Silva,
Pepe.
Pepe, Uh, you can count on and on. Still, they didn't rattle Bono. Bono was less. Was he rattled? I doubt it.
It rattled not because apparently
He didn't
he did not
concede.
concede. So
To
yeah,
an extent that the Moroccans could have got
a
a
second goal at
second
some
goal.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, at the very tail end of the game. So, like I said, I believe the Moroccans are yet to show us that okay, Africa should not be, how would I put it? It should not be
You can't cast
overlooked.
them.
We
You
shouldn't be
can't cast
overlooked
us aside.
at
Apparently,
all. So
uh, it's incredible having the fact that that was great. That was phenomenal. That was amazing. What a goal it was. And then we had the same man, Chouameni, made a it was culpable for
mhm.
Hurricane's penalty.
Yeah,
That of course,
fast legs from Bukayo Saka.
yeah, and yeah, you got that one. Hurricane converted, making no mistake, scoring against his club
His
teammate
boy.
in Hugo Lloris. 1-1 is stood, and then Olivier Giroud doing Olivier Giroud stuff. He has been amazing this World Cup,
Dude.
and then some. He scored that, so 2-1. It was in favor of the French. A couple of changes for Gareth Southgate,
Yeah.
all of that stuff, and then. There was another penalty for the English, but Hurricane was unable to convert this one. As a matter of fact, the ball is here to come down, I think.
He's still looking for it.
So, the
Hmm.
you know my take. I tend to not be as vocal as you are about yours, but
Yeah.
it's for the English.
Yeah. They're trying to get a goal. Uh, First that thunderbolt from Tchouaméni. No keeper in this universe is stopping that. Nobody. Then the Kane fast leg from Bukayo Saka. Giroud, I don't know how he got. I just don't even understand. Even with that much pressure on him by Harry Maguire, was still able to get his header on point. He needs to be checked. That one aside needs to be checked. So here goes Harry Kane with the opportunity, blasted over the bar, and here we are talking about Gareth Southgate. Him saying he wants to take his time after the whole incident of the World Cup. He wants to take his time and dissect, and he will do what is best for the whole country. About it. Please move, bros, bounce.
Boys, employers don't have a
Please
problem
let me
with
get
it.
to the point. You should bounce. First is first. You needed a goal. To your long, you needed a goal, right? You had Ibrahim, calm down. Declan Rice started, fantastic player. Henderson started, fantastic player.
Bellingham.
Bellingham started, fantastic player. You started um, Foden, Bukayo Saka. Nkunku got injured. His replacement, they went to go and bring him. Translate it to Yoruba, you know his name. That one aside, Benzema got injured. There was no replacement for him because they know why. They have quite enough
Yeah,
of players.
to play the position.
Our uncle. Tell me what Calvin Phillips is doing in this World Cup.
He's had only, and for me that was very interesting with the kind of
I
selections
thought you
he
wanted to
made.
come and put down.
No, no, it is what it is. Calvin Phillips featured just once in the Premier League for Manchester City. He's been out injured for a lot. He's just back, and all of that with his fitness issue and all that.
This week
But
we have a party.
You can't celebrate at the downfall of your country.
No, not for my country.
It's for my coach.
It should be out there. Southgate exit party.
Well, maybe it's a good thing that you're not Ivan Tony right
Yeah,
there. That's
very, very good.
with the platforms Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. CTV Live is the handle. We're currently live on YouTube. By the way, Instagram and TikTok, we are there, CTV Live 1. So stick around, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Still Football Analysis on SEETV and talking about the semi-final games. What games they are actually.
Yeah.
Argentina taking on Croatia. For both teams,
Yeah.
the Argentines have been quite good to get here. They
Mm-hmm.
stumbled, of which the stumbling was quite a lot of stumbling.
Massive,
Yeah,
massive.
against the Netherlands, and it was quite close for them getting here. For the Croatians, it would be argued that it was an upset, them taking down the Brazilians and them getting here
Yeah.
instead of them. Argentina taking on, I was about to say Brazil. That was a game we thought we were
We
going
all
to.
the Argentine books that yeah we were part of the team that won ourselves the World Cup. So it is not only that it is Diego Maradona that has a World Cup, Lionel Messi has a World Cup too. So that is what they are all about, and you could tell from their from World Cup when Mario Götze broke their hearts. 2018 World Cup, Benjamin Pavard broke their hearts, and now this World Cup they for the fact that their midfield is not going to be as compact as
The
the
Croatians.
Croatians. Don't get me wrong; they have their midfield trio is insane. In Enzo Fernandez, Rodrigo De Paul, and um, Thiago Amalda. But you want to compare it with Marcelo Brozovic, Mateo Kovacic, and Luka Modric, flanked by Benjamin Sosa.
One 100%. I think that whatever is going to happen in the middle is going to say a lot to what's
Yeah,
going to happen up top for
yeah,
both sides. Okay,
exactly.
so let's see who is going to take this one. Argentina taking on Croatia. The LM10 taking on the LM10. Yeah,
Yeah,
Luka Modric taking on
Lionel
Lionel
Messi.
Messi. What a game it promises to be. On the other side, for tomorrow, we have France taking on Morocco, the current champions, taking on the high-flying African side. The Moroccans have come, they have conquered, they have sinned, they've done it all, I should say. The kind of big boys
Mm-hmm.
they've taken apart to get here.
Yeah,
You cannot, for some reason, just sneeze at them and say France takes this one.
it's not happening.
Morocco did not respect Belgium. They did not. They did not respect Croatia either. They stood toe to toe with them. They of course they didn't respect the Canadians. They took on Spain, and now they are here. For the French side, I don't think they have gotten into full throttle yet.
None.
This I've not seen what I saw in 2018, which it is understandable because of the notable absences they have,
Those two boys.
especially in the middle of the park. Defensively, we've
They
seen
are
them.
solid.
They,
They're
they've
solid.
done it. They've done it. They have quality in goal, quality the back line.
Yeah.
They've stood this test. For the middle of the park, though, they are missing very key figures in N'Golo Conte, Paul Pogba, and we've seen the young guys talking about Tchouaméni now and part of the older ones to slot in
Yeah, and
and do
very
their
good.
best, yeah, and Veritage. They've done quite okay,
Yeah,
but that's what it has been.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you think that they would be able to handle? Because I kind of think that Morocco would shock us
Yeah, it
in
looks like so.
because so far so good. They've not respected anybody in the way they play.
At
You're
all.
going to come and play what we want you to play is what Regagre has set
You
aside
agree?
to
Yeah.
do. So what do you think for Didier Deschamps now? What do you think he is going to want to do? Because against England, France could have lost it.
Yeah.
They came quite close to doing it, but they showed quality in getting the goals when it mattered, and that was it. Now, for against Morocco, what do you think Didier Deschamps would be telling his boys? Or what kind of changes do you think he just might be making to make his team a bit more solid, to be able to handle what the Moroccans will be throwing at them?
That would be his greatest undoing, trying to alter his lineup to accommodate whatever the Croatia and Moroccans are going to be bringing, because he tried doing that, and his one and only loss Paul Pogba and N'Golo Kante. If there was an N'Golo Kante or just one Paul Pogba in this lineup or this setup, I would be like, okay, the middle of the park is still set for them. Jermaine, you just don't go anywhere.
Sit.
Sit, clean up. Paul Pogba and Veretout or Rabiot or Kamavinga, whatever which one of it is, go spray and cause havoc. If it was Kante that was available, Kante, you sit. Let Jermaine and the rest go cause havoc. Let's see how they would have, their World Cup would have fantastic than it has been right now, even though they're in the semi-finals, right? The thing that I've seen that has improved a whole lot from them compared to the last World Cup is their defense. They have leaked in fewer goals than they did the whole of the previous one. They are very coercive at the back in Varane, Ibrahima, Dayo Pomecano,